Thanks for staying with us at STL Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and we're learning about this St. Louis International Film Festival with Artistic Director Chris Clark, and we have a special guest this segment, Miss Allyson Mace, who is a co-producer of one of the films, Parallel Chords, in the festival. But this whole thing is just surprising because we all know Allyson Mace as the publisher of Sauce magazine. So this is a whole different side of Allyson. Is that right? And you're nodding with
Yes.
perhaps agreement, or maybe you have a side. You've always had this side thing going with film.
I have a lot of side things going on.
Yeah,
I really do.
I mean, you're kind of a classic entrepreneur, classic St. Louisan who gives so much back to the community. So why am I not surprised that you're part of the festival?
Well, I love film myself personally, and you know, doing the magazine over the last 17 years, Sauce is one giant production every single month. On top of that, I have a lot of events and things like that. So I've built a lot of connections throughout the city. And it just made perfect sense when a friend of mine came to me and told me about the project. And when I met Catherine Dudley Rose, the writer and director for Parallel Chords, she needed a lot of help. She wanted to keep the film and everything in St. Louis, but she was having a hard time finding the right connections to fit within the budget of a small film, or small budget film like this. So, you know, I'm somebody who's always going to promote St. Louis. I want the people that are creating great things to stay in St. Louis. So I found it to be the right place for me to step in at a producer level and help get this film produced here in St. Louis, because we need more film in St. Louis.
Yeah, we do. That is for sure. So that's awesome. And with your connections, and like you said, you're a great project manager, and really ultimately the producer of the film is managing this project from start to finish with all the little interwoven pieces throughout. So they were probably very lucky to get you.
Well, I learned very quickly. I had a crew of 30 people the first day I walked in, and I had to learn quickly what to do. But there's an instinctual thing that comes with producing something like this, and understanding, seeing everything from the whole, and making sure that all pieces are falling together and working in tandem. So that's a natural thing that I do.
How much time did this take out of your life when you had everything else going on? Did you actually have to physically go and work full-time in the film, or were you doing it piecemeal?
We did 12-hour days for about 22 days, I believe.
So you took sabbatical from the rest of your life?
I did. I let go of the wheels at Sauce, and I took the wheels at Parallel Chords. And I have to tell you, it was probably one of the most fascinating and energetic things I've done, because it really tapped into a lot of the creativity that I want more and more of.
Well, so now that you've done it, would you do it again?
I think I would. I think I would. And I loved working with Catherine Dudley Rose. She is extremely talented, well acclaimed. Chris could tell you more about that. She's just one of the most interesting people you'll meet.
And what is the film? Yeah, tell us a little bit about
the story. Is somewhat about her life, semi, but she is. It's about a young girl who is being raised by a father who's a grand pianist, and it's about her coming of age and under the weight of her father's prestige, and then trying to be not only the great daughter violinist, but also she wants to be a teenager. She wants to, you know, get out there and sow her own oats, and it's about that struggle between your father and daughter. So it's a father-daughter drama, and you don't see a lot of those on film.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And you were saying, we were talking off camera about it being a very female-centric film.
Yeah, it's even more than that. I think it's a very special part of the festival. Its genesis actually was a short subject that we initially played in 2015 during the showcase. Catherine is a filmmaker and a person who has the right stuff to make it in the film industry. She went from the short and worked and worked and worked every angle and avenue she could, did fundraisers and Kickstarters and everything too, was able to come up with a script to make it into a feature, and then brought Allyson on at some point. Not only is it about her and about a young woman, much of the crew and up and down the line are women. The film has won a number of awards at festivals all throughout the country, and in particular, I was thrilled to be able to include this in a very special portion of the film festival. She is one of 5 competition films in the new Filmmakers Forum Emerging Directors Competition. This will be its 20th year, and it is for first-time directors of merit whose films we think they will make them the directors of tomorrow.
Wow.
And she is one of those people.
And Allyson's going to have to make a choice soon. Sauce or films?
Oh, well, you know, I don't want to make that decision right now,
Right,
but I love both of them.
I know, I can
love
imagine. And thank you so much for all your contributions to St. Louis, and now with this film, that's awesome. So we've got about 1 more minute to talk about some of the other surprises that you have for us with the film festival this year.
The great thing that I like to leave at the end of this interview is in this very last, what's the last thing you can say? It is not for anyone, it's for everyone. You don't have to be anyone special, you don't have to be a film scholar. If you like movies, that is the end of the list of qualifications. There are between 50 and 60 free events, free screenings, often with guests and discussions for everyone. There's a whole bunch of family films that are in English, not subtitled, that are appropriate for all ages. Lots of free things at the Missouri History Museum and at Washington University and Brown Hall. There's literally something for everyone, plus all the star-laden, glittery, end-of-the-year, Oscar-nominated films. So there's lots of stuff to see.
So the complete list is available where?
Currently on our website. It will be out in the world in about another week, but our website is cinemastlouis.org. There are many ways to click your way into the film festival pages.
Yeah.
And then it will take a rabbit hole of many hours to look at it all.
Yeah.
Because there's so much going on.
Allyson, do you have a favorite film besides Parallel Chords that you want to make sure we see?
I'm still looking. I'm waiting for all the details to come out, but there are probably at least 10 to 15 that I want to see right off the bat.
Seriously?
Yes.
And that's my greatest joy at the year when I see people with their well-worn and tattered paper programs circling things, and then, I can't do this, I can't do it all.
I know,
And,
yeah.
Yep, you sure can't, can you?
Yeah, how fun, so exciting. All right, so the 27th St. Louis International Film Festival will provide St. Louis filmgoers with the finest in world cinema, such as international films, documentaries, American indies, something for everyone in the family. It takes place November 1st through November 11th in various theaters around town. And for more information, visit cinemastlouis.org. There's more STL Live after this, so please stay with us.